Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm one Jin.
I'm Joe. Today we are going to talk about House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 7. Full spoilers ahead for the episode and the entire season and Game of Thrones and everything that happened so far. Here we go. Yo, this was Jurassic Park. It's so funny because last week I thought we did talk about dinosaurs, I think, a little bit. And then I like how they went full Jurassic Park. I think even like Vermithor, the way he roars is very T-Rexy. You know, like the sound. And just the whole... I gotta praise the camera work, though. It was like very horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is... I mean, we've seen dragons multiple times throughout Game of Thrones and also House of the Dragon, but this sequence is kind of new to us. You know,
there was definitely a horror vibe.
Yeah,
there. A little bit. What's up, ZZ?
Oh, what's up?
It was a horror vibe, and I think another thing is that Vermithor dragon. I think, like, as Rhaenyra says, he's the second largest dragon, and he looks like incredibly intimidating. And then, but I did love, like, you mentioned this privately, but like before we talk about that, I loved Rhaenyra the way she commanded it, though.
Yeah,
that was really.
I love how she, like, you know, those dragon handlers. They're like, fuck this. This is what did they call it? This is abomination. That's right. This is an abomination, and they're like, screw this, and they just leave.
How dare these animals?
Yeah, and then, you know, Rhaenyra, she manages to summon the dragon on her own. And, like, the moment it shows up, she's like, obey! Yeah. And the dragon, the kind of senses the business. It's like, the dragon knows what's up. Oh, shit, I better listen to this person. Yeah,
he knows she's the queen. The kitty! The kitty!
Serve and obey.
Oharas! And then, like, I did love that moment where the dragon closes his eye and Rhaenyra does, you know, because and you know what it was also. I almost felt like it was a religious event because the way, remember, Rhaenyra walks in and she does this big speech to them about, and then when she made that speech and talked about you know, sacrifice and you'll never be the same. I'm like, oh shit! Like, because remember last week you were like, how are they gonna audition like a K-pop audition? No, throw them all in there and then let's see what sticks. That was the strategy. Let's see how it goes.
Oh man, and like the moment after she has that communication with the dragon, I mean, it kind of reminded me of Avatar, like you said. The dragon closes its eyes while Rhaenyra closes hers. And to me, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, the dragon's like analyzing, Targaryen blood detected. And it's like, okay. And as soon as that was done, she basically abandons them and she like moves on to this balcony in the second floor. I was like, oh my god, she knows what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, and not just that, but you know what scared me was she's starting to show that fanaticism that Daenerys had in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Because the way she's sitting there, it wasn't just really about. I mean, that was funny, Jin, but it wasn't just that. There was this, like, she had that. Remember, even before she talked about, is it ordained, and then she told like his son that this is what God wants, and then she's starting to talk a lot like how Daenerys is like, this is my destiny, this is my fate, and that's more scary. And when she was looking down, I got a lot of Evangelion, Shinji's dad vibe. Like, you know, like, what was his name? Well, I forget his name.
Kendo.
Yeah.
Akira Kendo.
Yeah, you know how he's so calm, even with the
always those gloves and the shiny glasses.
Yeah, even as the most horrifying shit happens in front of him. Hey guys, how are we tonight? Oh, pretty spooky over here in Melbourne. What's up, Scott Walker? Okay, we don't know which one we're gonna talk about yet, Scott Walker. You suggested a lot of good things.
ZZ's.
Oh, hey, your superior master.
The supreme leader haircut, the Kim Jong-un's hairstyle.
It's 450. God damn, that's cold.
Damn.
I did hear that Australia has like a wide range temperature though. When it's cold, it's cold. When it's hot, it's hot. It's an honor to be on your presence, your sublime eminence, Jin the First. Is she referring to your haircut? Yeah. I'm assuming our great leader.
Man, but anyways, that dragon scene, and we also have to, since we brought it up, we have to talk about Jace, because Jace is basically he's showing his frustration towards Rhaenyra about recruiting these basically Targaryen bastards, and we can tell that it originates from his own insecurity, because he's been mocked throughout his life about not being like a full-born Targaryen.
And it's a foreshadowing too, though, because I mean, Rhaenyra and the White Worm, they talked about loyalty, etc., etc. You know, what's funny is when the White Worm said, "Oh, your true blood brothers, they betrayed you. So who's better?" But the funny thing is that doesn't erase Rhaenyra's concern. Like the ones you mentioned, can they be trusted? And I think the answer is very simple: no. Like even, I mean, I think, you know what I did like though? Now we know why they were showing Hugh and Ulf throughout the season, because that's why when Hugh got the dragon, when he said, "Come on." Fuck this! Do it, bitch! And the Vermithor was like, "Yo, my man! Yo, this is the...
You're the one, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? You step up to me, son?
I've been looking for you. There you are.
Yeah, and then I look, and then, you know what's so funny? It's like, it kind of explains, like, Hugh as a person. Like, because the Vermithor is called the Bronze Fury, and he's not is very sensitive, I think. So that fits. While, you know, Wolf, who I think he's kind of like enjoy life as it goes kind of guy. And then I like how he gets a dragon just like, I just slipped in.
I just tripped, fell, and got a dragon.
Yeah. And I even like he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm dead." And then the other dragon is like, "Oh, that's cute. You my rider now." So I like how they keep it ambiguous.
Yeah.
Because it's really unclear like what the dragon's priority is at this point. Remember?
You know, I was also wondering, what did he step on exactly? Was it like a dragon egg?
It's the clutch of the egg, but he didn't actually step on the egg.
Okay.
Remember in season 1 when Damon was going in the dragon pit? He opened one of those. So that's like I think it's like
a protective cover kind of thing.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the way they lay it or something. But
because I was thinking, like, if he actually stepped on like a real egg, that dragon would fuck him up.
Yeah,
like rip him into pieces.
I think that could have been a possibility. But it was funny. But hey, another great thing was those dragon designs are amazing. Yeah, I fucking loved. I even love Vermithor and that wolf dragon with the. Like, she also has a crown.
Yeah.
A different kind of crown, though. Very regal looking. And, oh my God, that was the most stupid thing ever.
Silverwing?
Yeah. I think that's the name, you're right. Like, he is literally a rotten mouth commoner, and now he has his own dragon. Yeah, Zedzi, I think that's going to cause a lot of trouble, because Jace mentioning that, I think, is it's like a foreshadowing of tension to come.
They're mongrels.
Yeah. I mean, and imagine what Damon would think too. Like Damon, who's full so Targaryen,
proud of his heritage.
Oh, now we gotta mention Damon. See, like last time we talked about this, but you know, Damon can swallow his pride. And another thing I loved about the detail was the fact that Oscar Tully, you know, because we learned from Game of Thrones that here, technically, kids aren't kids. Like they're lords. So. Like, I love how Oscar Tully handles business.
Yeah. Especially, he knew how to put Damon in a position where he has no choice but to heed to his will.
I mean, Oscar Tully uses his leverage as well. And then, I mean, he says it directly. Do you want our army or not?
Yeah.
And then as soon as he does that, he shames Damon and gets the respect of the troops. The banners, our young lord speaks true.
Not just the troop, but also his vessel.
Yeah. Like, Tully, baby. And then, but one of the most telling scenes of that was, I think this season should be called, like, Damon's humble journey. Because it's a contrast with Aemond, because we see Aemond sort of as an incompetent king. Like, not incompetent, but he's making enemies. Like, his behavior is causing the small council to be treacherous.
He's not very political, is he?
I mean, on one hand, like, a king should be strong, right? And then throughout Game of Thrones, we see treachery all the time. And then, to be honest, even in Game of Thrones, a good king is rare. Robert Baratheon was shit. Joffrey was shit. Daenerys was shit. It's almost like the show is telling us, no one deserves this. And then I like how Viserys, like, after the humiliation from Oscar Tully, like, I like how Viserys says, do you still want it? And it's just so telling, because Damon couldn't even, because the River Run is just one kingdom among 7, yes? So you can't even handle one kingdom. And then your brother had to handle 7 kingdoms. He's like, come on, bitch. Like, you try. And then Damon's face acting was so good. He's like, you know what? Brother?
Yeah, fuck this, actually.
Yeah, brother, you're right. And I think he's going to become more humble.
I like every time Viserys shows up in his dreams.
Yeah, it was great.
In his visions.
I think there's only one episode left, right? Yeah, you're right, Dudley. I feel like this season wasn't enough. How are they going to sum up everything in one more episode?
They're going to have another season.
Yeah, because, I mean, to answer Zezzy's question, because I got to be honest, like, episode 7, I thought there was going to be another battle, but episode 7 is definitely budget heavy, yes? So I think the next one is going to be like Game of Thrones finale, where they wrap everything up and prepare us for the next season, probably.
Upcoming war.
Yeah, probably.
Or they would betray our expectation and end everything in the next season.
Like how?
All the dragons die at once. Ah!
How?
I don't know. They'll breathe fire to each other in one stupid battle.
Okay. What did you think of, like... No, but the finale was kind of a hint at that, no? Because Aemond ran.
Oh, that was a badass scene. Like Rhaenyra was waiting there with Vermithor and Silverwing. They're like, "What's up? We're right here."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Aemond is no fool, because I felt like Vhagar wanted to fight,
and it kind of again reminds us that Vhagar is not fully compliant to Aemond. He actually had to struggle to get Vhagar to turn around.
I think yes and no. I think she is compliant, but if she gets in a mood, I think it just becomes to a point where
she's very stubborn.
Yeah, because I like how Vermithor is not Vermithor, but what's her name
Vhagar?
again? Vhagar is presented, because this season, all we see her is lying down. Okay, kill time. Okay, and then she has 2 modes. She's like, Grandma, let's go kill now. And then she's either angry or sleepy, and that's such a correct, like, I think, depiction of a grandmother. And then, but I did love how. Yeah, I mean, that last scene was also kind of like. I'm gonna try to be Wonjin now. I felt like they should have chased her. If it was, come on, like, what's stopping you from like engaging now? But maybe they need time to train them or something,
because they're not used to it. But I mean, one thing I don't understand is, remember in Game of Thrones, Daenerys was commanding 3 dragons, and those dragons did not need a rider. Remember? She could just basically like command them, and they would do what she wanted to do, like burn those ships and fuck places up. I
mean, the show never explicitly said it, but I think Daenerys was just special, like, because she was special.
Maybe like her bond was with like 3 dragons.
Because remember, like, the show never says it, but there's this one big difference where, you know how in House of the Dragon, the Targaryens, when they're born, they're given an egg and they go to the cradle. That's what they explained to us, right? But remember, those dragons, the Daenerys, the 3 they had, they were hatched with her out of the fire. And I feel like there's just sort of this different connection. I think maybe like Daenerys' like telepathy or whatever is just like amplified. Because you're right, because I did want to say, wow, Rhaenyra, why don't you just take turns riding Vermithor and Cyrax?
Yeah, and you don't even have to risk losing a rider if you can just command a dragon without a rider.
Yeah. I don't know. The show never explained it. But I did love the beginning scene too. Cyrax is like, bitch, who are you? And then Sea Smoke's like, this is my boy. And then these humans in the middle. Because the dragons kind of represent what their owner are thinking, right? So they're like, yeah, okay, let's chat. And then after they make peace and Rhaenyra is happy, the dragons are also calm. That was also funny. I feel like the season wasn't enough. I think I'm still expecting the action to start, and I've been waiting for that to happen the whole season. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of budget constraints. I mean, they probably would want to give us like shitloads of dragon scenes, but... Yeah.
I mean, I was happy with the episode 4 battle, though, with the one with Melis and Vhagar. That was good.
Yeah.
And I think... I have to praise the CG, though, because... Like even this one, I guess because it's a dark place, it looked more realistic.
Oh man, and like we mentioned earlier, that scene was shot very well. I love how Vermithor, we only hear the sound of the dragon approaching, and then it shows up from the shadows. Oh man, that was terrifying.
And you know what was funny?
That was some Dungeons and
Once Vermithor started firing, I was like, are you gonna eat them? And then he starts to like cook them and eat. Like, so I was just like, no, because I honestly laughed when they were falling apart, and there's this one scene where Vermithor's head just pops out and he has a human stuck in his mouth. I'm like, yep, that's
snack time.
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? Dragons are definitely more closely related to the humans than other animals because I think Vermithor prefers to cook them before he swallows them. That's a human trait because we're the only animals that actually do that. So that was unintentionally hilarious. Daenerys was special, I think. She had a different set of genes and the biggest percentage of Targaryen blood, maybe. And I think to add to ZZ, I think we have to remember that in this world, magic exists. So I think there was something magical about that event, possibly. Due to massive inbreeding.
Here's the magic.
No, but like remember, like this world. Remember in Game of Thrones, like you can conjure up fire, vision. Remember, Stannis had his like shadow clone attack. So, I mean, I know it's rare, but
that's right.
Yeah,
we had that thing.
So I think Daenerys has some kind of magical property because that's the only way to explain it. Because remember last time you mentioned, you know how like Aegon got burned, right? So you asked like how is that? Like how is Daenerys okay? And like I think the only explanation for that is like magic. I was hoping we could talk about that. Yeah, Scott Walker, we're gonna have a Let's Talk session right after this one. Right now we're talking about House of the Dragon, the latest one. But I gotta say this episode had so much Jurassic Park vibe because of the Vermithor thing. And the Hugh part was especially moving because we seen him struggle in King's Landing.
Yeah.
And I think he's like he doesn't strike me as a liar. I mean, Wolf strikes me as a liar. But Hugh, when he was giving that speech about his ancestry to his wife, I felt like he was being honest.
Yeah.
And maybe he does have like a Targaryen king's blood in him.
You know, like the story of him. I also like how he kind of feels like he needs to go, although it could mean that never returning to his wife.
No, but I guess next episode he's gonna ask Rhaenyra to bring his wife in back from King's Landing, and then Hugh strikes me as a very interesting character because now that we know that he has Targaryen blood in him, I'm assuming he's very Targaryen. You know, because I think once you ride a dragon, you kind of go cuckoo a little bit. Like, this is my destiny. And I think anytime Targaryens talks destiny, it spells danger. Yeah.
Yes.
Anytime a Targaryen
never goes well.
Yeah, this is God-given.
All has tragic ending.
Yeah, they have this like tendency to become really the Mad King or the Mad Queen, like Daenerys. Like justifying genocide, you know, stuff like that.
Oh man! And it's also hinted that Rhaena is off to find that dragon in the Vale. Yeah.
I think she's definitely gonna get. I think like her arc is gonna end with her riding that dragon at the end of next episode. But I don't understand why they're building it up so much, though. I wish she would just ride it. Yeah.
And it's kind of funny that, you know, these the so-called whispers in King's Landing, they know about all this news. It's like someone claimed this dragon and blah 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 blah. I liked Larys's response to it this time.
Yeah. No, because he's definitely trying to undermine Aemond. Because he doesn't like him after being called a toad. Yeah. I think he's definitely going to push Aegon as the king back again and somehow gain power again. And but one thing, remember, we're used to Game of Thrones, so this behavior by the small council is nothing new. Remember what Viserys said in season 1? Every council member is looking for their self-interest, of course. And I like how they're. Oh, but I wanted the white guards to get chopped up, but they're sent to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aemond was being merciful.
Was there a favorite scene in this episode for Joe and Jin?
Yeah, it's the Jurassic Park moment. You know, when Rhaenyra took them in front of their dragon, and the dragon starts going berserk. Yeah.
No, but my favorite part during that scene was Rhaenyra's smirk when he sees Hugh bond with Vermithor. And it has her like soundtrack. It's like I was like, she's gonna turn crazy. I feel like when she gave that eye, like this is destiny. I was like, a Targaryen becoming a fanatic. And I did feel a little bit sorry for those Targaryen bastards, though.
Yeah.
You know.
But we all know that they were desperate, and it was clearly their own decision to make.
Yeah, but hey, come on, but they didn't know like it was gonna go down like that. Let's be honest. Like I even felt bad for the guards getting burned. Like the only guy who knew what he was doing was the last one. Remember one of those dragon tamers?
Yeah.
He slit his throat. That guy was ready. Like that
He
was
a trained professional.
Yeah, he knew the deal. But these like screaming. Oh, and I think Hugh was also noble because remember he was trying to save one of the ladies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And like when he did that, I knew that he wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
And also because they invested so much time in like giving him details, but also like the moment he tried to distract the dragon to save her, I was like, yeah, this guy's not getting killed.
Oh, so one nitpick though then, because when the scene started, we kind of knew that it was gonna be Hugh and Ulf to ride the dragon. Yes, I wish they confused us more by like showing another character maybe from the beginning,
and then just like make him get crushed to death by the dragon. Yeah. Like an insect.
Yeah, isn't that true? Game of Thrones, like fucking with our expectations.
It's like, is he finally becoming a rider and save his daughter who's ill?
Yeah. It turns out he or she was an orphan, and then she worked at the pleasure houses of the Road of Silk, and then she just gets crushed by the dragon or something.
In like the first 3 seconds.
Yeah. I really like the end scene. Yeah. Oh, that's another contender. Which fights do you think are more brutal, dragon fights or dinosaur fights? Well, according to the show, I think dragons spit fire, so it does add another scary moment when all 3 dragons have a rider, and she's there like, you are screwed. Yeah, I mean, and then you know what's funny though, Zedzi, now that you mentioned that, she actually has 3 more than just that.
Yeah.
Remember? Like, she has her dragon.
Sent them away.
Yeah, she has her dragon and the 2 new ones, but she also have Bela's dragon, Jace's dragon, Damon's dragon. She has like 7. Like, okay, so this raises the question. Why is she invading King's Landing now? Like all 7 should go. Remember in Game of Thrones, the dumbest shit like ever did was Tyrion's like, don't use the dragon, just go! 3 dragon on King's Landing.
That's right.
End the fucking story.
And remember, King's Landing's defense was like penetrated by a single dragon.
Exactly.
She just needed 1.
And even here, that's shown because remember when Silverwing was flying around King's Landing, those scorpions are useless, man. Like they never.
Dragon.
Yeah, I mean the only time they hit was when Bronn did it, and then Daenerys wasn't expecting it.
Oh, and when Daenerys' second dragon dies from that what's his name?
Oh yeah.
The Greyjoy's uncle.
Yeah,
Euron. That's right. Euron. I think Euron kills one of them.
Yeah, that was a dumb fucking. That was a dumb fucking scene.
See, what was that? Season 8.
Yeah. Yeah, like something like the dragon gets down and lets the chosen one gets on, and when the chosen rides the dragon shakes his head, and the chosen is catapulted in the air, and then the dragon just grabs the chosen one out of the hand and eats it in one bite like a snack. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, come on, that would have been a great misdirect though, because like it would have made it, I think, possibly more suspenseful. Mm-hmm. Because they were willing to kill a character that they showed it like that. Mm-hmm. But, you know, because I was also reminded a lot of the way Aemond claimed the Vhagar. Mm. You know, remember that was also presented as very magical. Yeah. And beautiful. Mm-hmm. You know, how to tame a dragon. But this is a Game of Thrones universe, so it's not going to go well for any of them.
Mm. Pete's dragon?
What does it say?
We're still waiting for the sequel. Huh.
Anyway, let's talk about that in our Let's Talk session. Shall we give a did we miss anything?
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Shall we give a number grade to this episode?
I would give this episode an 8.5. I can give it an 8.5.
I give it a 9. I really love the character development. I think, I mean, to add to Zezzy comments, I think this whole season really has been about like character development. Because the only one big fatality we got was Rhaenys, no? Yeah. Like, I think I thought Sea Snake or like one of the Otto Hightower was gonna die or something. Like none of the major Oh, okay, we had that Aegon's kid die. But sorry to the kid, but he wasn't like a major character or anything. But also, you need to realize that even if she had 3 dragons, they're all small dragons, right? I'll give it an 8 because I was hoping for something to happen, but it didn't. Well, something did happen, Zetzi. Like they rode the dragons. Now we have more dragons, and it looked unfavorable for Team Black, but now they have an edge over Team Green. So I think next episode we're gonna see the Team Green panic mode. Because, we didn't mention Alicent's non-suicide attempt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think she's basically kind of like sick of everything. And she's escaping into the wilderness. I don't know when she's going to return, but...
So I'm assuming she's going to do something stupid or rash next episode. Because, like, that's got to be a foreshadowing, right? Like... But that was okay.
Because, you know, water is never like a
rebirth.
Very positive
or it could
image.
Be death. It could mean death.
It usually symbolizes death.
Yeah. I got used to Game of Thrones where mass crime was main activity. Yeah. I mean, I guess... I think the next season will be a bloodbath. I think every one of these characters we saw are going to die.
Like, horribly.
Yeah.
They're not just going to die. They're going to die screaming. And we're gonna believe that like Rhaenys was like so much luckier.
Oh yeah. I mean, because Damon's gonna die in Harrenhal. Remember, she said that.
Alice.
Yeah, Alice said that. So I mean,
so far we kind of get the feeling that she doesn't bullshit.
Yeah. She
doesn't bullshit.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are gonna die now. Like, so this was the season to make us care about all these great characters. Oh, we got to know you, Helena. We got to know you, Alicent. Oh, Otto, you're a complicated character. Aegon, shit, you're not Joffrey. Oh, Aemond. You know what? You're not only a kinslayer, but you're a kingslayer. Okay, and then now we're gonna kill you. So JoeJinMovieSoAwesome gives this an 8.75.
Right. So we're going to take a quick break.
Yo, Scott Walker, let's talk about that and let's talk.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the Let's Talk session.
The short answer is yes. I think they should make a
When is the new Alien coming out? Romulus? I think it's the 16th or something. Yeah, it's coming out soon. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back to have our Let's Talk session.
This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. He is one Jin.
And you are...
Why'd you have to do this?
Yeah, you are Joe.
You're like, fuck off. You're Joe. That's your name now. Fuck off. Okay, we'll see you in a bit, guys. Bye.
See you soon.
That was insulting. In Korean, that's called satdaeju.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you point a finger in